Welcome to the historic town of Wollaston, famous for being chock full of cobblers. For American viewers, that's shoemakers. And since 1960, it's home to the most iconic of British boots, Dr. Martens. Let's go have a look inside. In my head, a pair of Doc Marten boots just poops out. Doc Martens, one of one, cap. In theory, could I write my name on it?
There may be some fire.
Here I am on the factory floor, and believe it or not, in a couple of hours, this piece of leather is going to be turned into my very own pair of boots. I can't quite believe how, so I've got Lucy with me here. How the hell are we going to get this into a pair of boots?
First, we check that it's going to be suitable. It needs to come in the right thickness. If it's too thin, your boots fall apart. 2 mil sounds like nothing, but that's quite a heavy leather. So this is our vintage product. This is quilling.
Yeah.
So it needs to come in the right kind of black. So I test it against master swatches, so standards set in place that have been around since we first started making it. There's a spectrum for biscuit. So this is a biscuit back leather.
Okay.
The biscuit needs to be a right colour.
The biscuits is the perfect way to teach it. I'll never forget that. Amazing. Lucy, thank you so much. I'm going to go find Tony. Got a special delivery from the warehouse for you, Tony. It's heavy. Here we are at the clicking station.
My job is basically to cut the leather as most efficiently as I can.
About 7 pairs out of one of these.
What size are you?
So I'm a UK 10.
UK, okay, then I'll get you the pattern then and cut you a size 10.
Amazing.
Okay. I've been doing the job 23 years now, so.
23 years. Talk me through what you're doing now.
So yeah, basically just I know that's check it for quality and it's nice and soft vamp, and then I say just fit them in as close as I can basically.
Just for people like me who don't know, what is a vamp?
At the very front of the shoe, it comes from a French word I think I've been told.
And so each of these each one of these is a different shape.
That's right. You need 4 quarters to a pair, 2 vamps.
And does the vamp need to be sort of especially strong?
It does, yeah, because that takes all the wear as you bend your foot.
You don't want your toes coming through your boot.
Right, exactly. Yeah, that's your pair nearly finished now.
Soon, this is going to be a shoe. So my biggest takeaway is this is a vamp. Comes from a French word, apparently, and it needs to be really strong because you don't want your toes going through the boot. Now that I've got these pieces of my boot, I'm going to go talk to Crystal on the splitting machine. Hi, Crystal, how's it going?
Hey, I'm doing good, thank you.
I've got these pieces of leather and I'm here to learn how to split.
This is the splitter. It has a massive circular blade that spins round really fast. It takes off layers of the leather as it goes through.
Is it always splitting it down to the same thickness?
Oh no, so the vamp stays the same because we need some durability with that. The tongue we split to 1.5 because it just makes it a bit easier to break in.
We're splitting. So this is it's a lot of responsibility because you're ensuring that every 1460 boot has got the same sort of specification, the same thickness.
It's all been perfected so it's as durable as possible, so I've got to get it perfect.
All right, so we've gone through the splitting machine. Where are we now?
We're at the stamping machine.
In theory, could you customise what it says on there?
Of course.
In theory, could you let me put my name on it?
Absolutely. We put it in here, which heats it up, and then we have this foil.
Hey, there you go, customised. It feels almost like the blueprint of the shoe, right?
Definitely.
Hey, thanks so much, Crystal. Where should I take this trolley?
To the closing room.
Where's the closing room? Jackie, yeah?
No, this is the closing room, which is where we make the upper.
It sort of look like caps. Does everyone, yeah? Doc Martens, one of one, cap. This is the skiving station. Hi, I'm Snake.
Hi, so pleased to meet you. You will skive off a tiny bit of the leather so you can sit it on top of another piece so it has a flush finish to it, so you haven't got the bulk. Most
Amazing.
processes are done on a sewing machine. They all look like the same machine, but they all do different processes.
Hang on, Jackie, what are these? What are these? I recognise these.
These are heel loops, so you'll see them on most of our boots, and sometimes you'll see them on shoes as well.
It's the more you know. And this is all also, it's all done by hand.
Yes.
In my head, it was just there's someone pressing a button and a pair of Doc Marten boots just poops out. Yeah, the amount of expertise that goes into each pair is amazing.
There you go.
I can see it, all these different parts coming together like a jigsaw to make my beautiful boot. And all the holes that are being punched, those are the eyelets.
Yes, that's correct.
And that's just punching clean through.
I must stress that Tracy's a very, very skilled operative. She's been doing it 13 years now, Tracy? Yeah.
Wow. Got a special delivery over here of 8 eyeletted boots. What's going on here?
So this is our Puritan machine, which stitches in our iconic 3-row chain stitch. So it's one of the strongest stitches you'll find in a 1460 upper.
This looks like a really old piece of tech.
It's one of our oldest machines. It's actually 39 years old.
My freshly toe-rode boots, it's starting to come together. Jackie, where am I going next?
Go into the QC desk.
So if your Dr. Martin boots are, holding together as they should, that's because they've been seen by the watchful eye of Gail. Fingers crossed that I pass my inspection. Yeah, it's good. Feels like when you pass your driving test first time. Come on. I'm in a different part of the factory right now. It's pretty loud in here, so I've got my protective earplugs on and also some protective glasses. I'm surrounded by what looks like sort of fake feet. I think these are called lasts. I've got Sarah here who's going to tell me a bit about them. Sarah, what are these?
So lasts are the form in which the shoe or the boot gets made around.
I'm making my own boots, as I'm sure you know, and we're quite far along. Which last should I be picking out?
So you're a size 10, right?
I'm a size 10.
Okay, so let's get these.
Wow, that's heavy. Let's go get them on my boot.
This is called back pot molding. So we use hot and cold molds to create this crease in the back, which then sits on the insole.
Look at the difference between those there. So they're starting to build sort of the heel shape. Would I be able to have a go at operating the machine?
I mean, have you read the risk assessment?
I think that's a no. And I think that's smart. Tell me what is going on now behind me.
So this process is called toe lasting. So we heat the front of the upper up, which activates what we call a toe puff, but essentially is a stiffener that's in the front. Then put it into a machine, which then pulls the upper over the last, which then forms the front of the shoe. It injects a little bit of cement, which then holds it in place.
What's going to make your Doc Martens boot so strong?
Strong, yeah.
I'm completely mesmerised. We're in the bowels of the factory now, and all I can hear is just clinking and clanking, and my boots are close. So behind me is some very loud machinery.
So this is the welt sewing. Put in that distinctive yellow sewing. This part is the welt, and this part is the welt sewing. So you can also see it on the inside as well. So it's an interlocking chain stitch, so it's really hard to get off.
So tell me, what is this amazing looking machine behind her?
So this is where we mould our soles. So PVC granules get fed into a hopper, which then get heated and extruded into a mould, which then creates our soles.
So even the soles of the boots are made on site here?
Yeah. So we've just put the felt filler on, and now we're going to spot the sole on, ready for it to be sealed on.
Can I hold them? This is so exciting. Oh my God, they're looking so boot-like. All right, go on, take me to the next station.
Just a temporary tack to put the sole on the bottom of the shoe before we heat seal it on. Also, we add a little foam pad in there just for comfort.
This is going on the bottom of the shoe?
Yep.
In theory, could I write my name on it?
Yeah, of course.
Come on. All right, let's go. The big reveal. Oh my God. If you look really closely, you can see there's a snake in my boot. That's wild.
Next step will be to heat seal it on.
I mean, I can see over here what looks like a red hot tip.
Yeah. So
Is there going to be some fire?
there may be some fire. Heat sealing is essentially attaching the sole to the welt.
Whoa.
Because it's PVC, they become one unit.
My shoes are literally on fire. And the fire is necessary not just aesthetically, but for the durability. Okay, nice. So your Dr. Martens have literally been touched by fire. That's why they're so strong. So we're putting on the finishing touches. What is this thing here?
So this is an edge trimming blade. So this puts the distinctive grooves in the sole. So this 9-arm blade spins at 1,500 revolutions per minute. This is the most dangerous process of the factory.
I can hear it behind me, and my knees are shaking a little bit. It was literally a couple hours ago. This was just a long sheet of hide.
Yeah.
I mean, they look pretty good. Is there anything left that needs to be done?
Before they become officially a pair of boots, the last has to be taken out.
Thank you so much. Look at those. Come on. There's only one more thing left to do now. I've got to get these laced up. You're going to show me how to clean and lace, Ishan? I'm in the right place.
They're really greasy because they've come off the track. We've got little bits of oil and stuff. Obviously, you don't want to lace them yet. They've been edge trimmed, so they've got some little nicks on them.
Giving them a little haircut. The number of hands that have been on each pair of boots is amazing.
I feel a bit mean because it's my name that gets in the boot.
So hang on, you get a sticker in every boot?
You can see inspected by Sean, Helen, Rose, Lucy.
If you've got inspected by Sean in your boot, you know who to thank right here.
Do you want to lace one of them?
I would love to. This is something I can finally do.
We only lace the first 3. So we go in, And we pull that up nice and tight and cross them over.
In on both sides.
I feel like I made it look really quick.
Yeah, you did. You made it look really easy. Knew those years in the Boy Scouts would pay off. It's not quite as good as this one, but it's my first time, so cut me some slack.
Next step is examiner. The examiner has a 45-point check.
That's a lot of points. Think my boots are going to pass just off gut feeling?
Oh, we've got a personalised stamp here.
Don't worry about that.
And then we can check on the bottom, see what size there is, but there seems to be something in the
Again, don't worry about this. This is fine. This looks good. Dr. Martens, 1460, made in England, made in Northamptonshire, inspected by Sean. So I've got my very own pair of 1460 boots. I reckon it's probably gone through about 27 pairs of hands. It's been about an hour and a half. You know, it started off as a sheet of leather, and now I've got the boots in front of me, and they look gorgeous. Thank you so much. The only thing left to do, I suppose, is try them on. I'm just going to lace them up just like Sean taught me to. So far, so good. They feel all right. They definitely fit good. So there you have it. That's how you make a pair of Dr. Martens boots. I would say it was easy, but it took about 27 highly skilled professionals and 1 highly unskilled lacer to make. Check out episode 2 if you want to find out how to keep your Dr. Martens boots strong. Plus, we're going to be debunking some pretty nuts online myths. See you there.